So we are at this again. Everybody showed up. Andrea's coming. And looking really forward to playing Shrouded Whispers in the Gaslight. Bum, 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 bum. And before we get into the full game, we'll just have a quick chat and quick go around about where we're at. I'll give you guys a quick background. We introduced your characters. 3 of you took pre-gens, which was great. George Twait.
Wait.
Twait. Blue and Ray created their own characters, so they're there as well. And I even did a little token for Mango the parrot. I didn't do tokens, unfortunately, Emily, for your dogs. Were they going to be? You were thinking about making them kind of King's Charles King Spaniels or something like that, right? Instead of Labradors. Was that, I think. So anyway, but I will do those I guess for the next round. So the idea was we would all kind of the premise of the campaign is that you are all being recruited by Hudson and Bran, inquiry agents of the obscure. These are 2 people who put together this kind of semi-like detective agency to investigate weird goings-on, otherworldly events, and to partly to help people and partly to they themselves are curious to find out more about these things. We introduced you to their, I guess their main office, their main location at 33 Golden Square, Soho. And did a bit of a review of the area, did a tour of the place. It's a well-stocked, what you would expect for a kind of detective agency, exploring things and trying to make sure different agents are well equipped to deal with whatever may come across their paths. And I believe that both Emily and Jane expressed interest in both the plants and the workshop as possible ways of exploring either explosive or poison. So, hey, we're really into it. And then we did a little bit of an introduction of each of us and each of the investigators, as well as kind of maybe plotting out some of the connections and as to why Hudson and Bran might be interested in them. So I will turn it over and ask each of you to introduce yourselves, and we'll go from there. So let's start with Honest John.
Oh crap! I just got my character sheet open, so I was wondering, oh my god. Okay, well, all I remember is I have a wonderful relationship with my wife because we have 8 beautiful children. But I also grew up poor, very poor, and one of those folks that scavenge stuff out of the dirty sewage system of London when I was a young orphan child. So I'm filthy, I'm glowering, and I'm looming, apparently, according to my character sheet. But I'm loyal, I'm pious, and I'm courageous. Gosh. Yeah, I thought there was more on here. But anyway, yes, Honest John. So, but I am a leader of my own little gang of scavengers. I do have some dealings with the underworld or the black market economy, and I'm just looking for a gig that will help me feed all of those tiny little beautiful mouths of my beautiful children. And I'm scared of my wife if I don't bring home some money. You got tampon, and that's Honest John.
All right. I was trying to bring up your token, but I'm still learning a bit how to do that. So So let's go with.
It's Control Z.
Sorry, say that again. Control T.
I thought it was Control Z, but
Control
it's
Z.
Control something.
It's Control Z.
When you're clicked on it.
Control Z.
I think it's Control Z. Yep.
All right,
You highlight the token and then you hit Control Z, I think. Yeah.
Control Z. That's interesting.
Got a giant parrot now.
Yeah, there you go.
Thinking, that's not quite what I was hoping for. Let's try that again. Control.
Yeah, and I think my token, if that's my token, I can't use it. It won't let me click on it.
No. All right. Okay, so let me play that. Let me play around with that. And Emily, why don't you go?
Here, never mind. I pulled one on myself.
Okay. Emily, if you want to, introduce your character.
Sure. Emily is a research chemist and is much bereaved as their husband passed. However, great Aunt Matilda stepped in with the financial support. So Emily is still grieving, still looking at poisons and explosives, because, hey, who doesn't enjoy those things? And is also looking for money because, Aunt Matilda not going to be around forever.
That's very, very sad.
And also, I've absconded with Mango because Mango likes me better.
Hey.
What do you mean, how dare I? Come on now, you were mistreating the poor parrot.
You stole my parrot. That's the pirate's crowning glory. How dare you?
Well, too damn bad.
Controlled by all players. Sorry, I am.
It's Shift Z if you want to bring up their token.
Shift Z, that's
Shift
it.
Z, that's what it is. Oh man, it's been a while.
No, eh?
But yeah, Shift Z.
There we go. Oh. All right, so that's John.
Can't afford a shave, that's for sure.
That's Emily, still in mourning.
I'm a hairy bastard.
Okay, and can you still and let me just make sure who it is. You should be able to control your characters, your tokens. Let me know if it's not.
I wasn't able to, but I just grabbed it from the character sheets.
Okay.
I did the same thing.
So
okay. I just dragged from the character sheet, dragged it onto the board. Right. So now I can have it.
I will delete the ones that I don't see moving, because then that will be less confusing to everybody. Okay, so the next person is George Twait. Twait? I swear to God, it's going to drive me mad. I swear to God.
Wait. Okay. So Georgie boy. So Georgie boy is a young dude. He's 24. He is the son of a local butcher in the East End. His dad's done well, had a successful butchering shop. So they didn't actually have to grow up around the shop. They grew up in a house very close by. His mom stayed at home, looked after the home. They had a little bit of money so they could pay for a girl of all works to come in a couple of times a week to help mom. And mom also, too, though, would do a little bit of baking of steak and kidney pies and things that got sold in the butcher's shop. So it was still a bit of a family affair. George, though, didn't quite fancy being a butcher, didn't fully fit in with all the local ragamuffins because he was a little bit wealthier. He actually had 3 meals a day compared to them, but he kind of liked to hang out with them, learn a few things from them, a few odds and sods and cons and how to make a bit of money. And then as he got older, because he was a little bit more fortunate, he managed to get in with a few of the slightly richer chaps, and in better parts of London. So started doing a bit of wheeling and a dealing and showing them where to go gambling and other nefarious things they might want to do. Yeah, so that's where George is. A bit of a kind of upper working class boy, making good with the tops and having fun at the same time.
Cool. And then we've got Bellamy, the dread pirate
Hey.
Valentine.
Hey. Bellamy, the Dread Pirate Valentine, who is a swashbuckling adventurer who's gonna lead everyone through this great adventure because they are a great leader, clearly. Absolutely. They and their very loyal parrot Mango. Terrible pirate! How dare you, Mango? How dare you? Are gonna swashbuckle their way through this and leave everyone in their wake. And they will eventually get over their poor Daisy, who they had to run away to become a pirate to get over her because she went and married a prince. Damn it, Daisy, why'd you do that to me? Why? Is a pirate not good enough? Yeah. They're gonna.
Can I just say, I hear snacking. Is that a parrot snacking? Like munch, 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 munch. This is what I'm hearing.
Damn it, Mango. Mango's at it again. Is this where we find out that Emily's secretly been feeding Mango?
Maybe.
And this is why Mango prefers Emily.
Probably.
But yeah, they're going to attempt to keep their parrot by their side throughout their journey and probably fail. But they will give it a go.
All right, I will get both Bellamy and George to try to see if they can move their token. I hope you can.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
We've been carousing that
Yeah.
we can't actually move our
Move me.
tokens.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And
I can't move
okay,
the parrot.
great.
You can move me.
Okay. I don't know what to do about the parrot. I'll figure that out in a sec. And then
I just have to
is
say
okay,
that
can I
George
just-
has really nice hair. Just putting it
Oh,
out there.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you got great
Well,
hair. George.
You know, when you kind of hang out with the guys with a bit more money, you kind of don't want to look too like a poor bugger.
you have to impress people.
I do, and I have to go to the nicer gaming houses at times, unless they want to go whoring and want to go slushing around with the poor folks. You know, you have to have a good suit.
Okay. And is Jane here, or is Andrea here yet? Nope.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
there.
Sorry for the
No.
late
That's okay.
popping in here. Yeah.
That's okay. Did you want to?
Yes.
Yeah. Introduce your character.
Give a little. Sure. I'm still popping my extra resource points in, but Jane Griffin is, again, similar to our chemist friend, another woman who is interested and drawn in by science, despite society that is not particularly interested in that, and seems to kind of reject that at every turn. Instead of chemistry, though, her interest is biology and zoology in particular, with all sorts of artifacts of we're starting to know the world by science. We're starting to get fossils or bones and evidence of creatures that we have not yet seen here in the civilized world. I hope you can hear my air quotes. Jane is venturing off to try to track down some of these beasts, because what is really the border between what is a cryptid or some sort of mythological creature, or just a creature that hasn't yet been documented or recorded? The world is wide and open, and she's hoping that by being able to scientifically document some of these specimens or instances, she may be able to get some of the credibility that her work so far has not yet lent her. She has a particular interest in lycanthropy, because there's a number of reports of creatures that exist or legends, but then when she goes to investigate, they can't be found, and she's wondering if perhaps there's a shape-shifting element as to why some of these creatures have avoided detection so far. That there's stories and incidents that are documented, and yet the creatures themselves have been hard to find. So that's a particular area of interest that she's been exploring. Again, doesn't really get a lot of attention in the scientific halls, but she's hoping she can channel her hunt for these specimens into a little more scientific accolades. She's not particularly well off, but she does know her way around a hunting rifle, and has been on many different expeditions, so she's not just used to being in the lecture halls. And is curious to see if she can lend her knowledge to perhaps an investigation that may result in that name-making discovery.
Cool. All right. And do you mind doing me a favor and just making sure you can move Jane? Because I seem to have...
Sure.
I went in and changed the... If not...
Jane is strong-willed. She will not be moved.
Okay, because it says when I go in, it says the token is... the who can control the token is by the character sheet, but... and then I did it in the character sheet, but let me try that again. Maybe can we just... Right.
And I believe it is the character sheet copy that we're opening and modifying and things like this.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Okay.
Let me edit. This should be... what I might do is get... Can you guys explain how you were able to get a copy of your token?
You just grab it from the right-hand side menu, right, where your character sheet is, and you just click on the right-hand side and drag it onto the map.
Oh, okay. Do you want to try that?
If you have it set up for like everyone or for the particular player,
yeah,
they should be able to do that.
I've done that from the character sheet instance, and it resulted in a second token, but that one also doesn't seem to move.
Okay, so neither one of them moved for you?
No, not the one that was initially there, or the one that I just dragged from the right-hand side instance under character sheet.
Right. Okay, let's try.
I mean,
try
first time
this one.
The worst, you go into the edit, the GM goes into the edit, and just make the character editable by everybody.
I did. The problem is it says control by, it says determined by character settings. So let me just show. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. Damn it.
Are you in the token or are you in the character sheet?
I've tried both. I'm in the token right now. It says controlled by and it says determined by character settings. So I can't go in and edit.
Did you set the token to that particular character? Like you have to scroll down and set the name of the token. You have to link it to the character sheet.
Okay, let me try that. Okay, why won't it do that? Cancel. Let's try this one. Edit. Control can be edited and controlled by all players in Andrea. In players in your journal. Maybe look to see if it's in your journal, Andrea.
Okay.
Because it should be in your journal as well.
Journal's just the book one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've clicked on the book. I get the list of character sheets, copies, pre-gen investigators, etc. So,
you have to click on edit to see use the token. Make sure your token's there.
Yeah, I see it there. Use selected token. So just click that.
Yeah, try that.
As long as you've got the token on there, right? You have something on there, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's on there.
Yeah, and then save, and then try to drag it over again.
Okay. Save changes.
Okay.
Nope.
Can't move it, hey? What a bizarre thing.
Oh, you can move it though.
Yeah, I can. I'll try to figure that out. Sorry, Andrea. I don't, yeah.
So, Hag, with you, if you're doing it by the token, when you click on the token,
yeah.
right, and you get the whole edit thing, it says under name. I think it's hard for me to see because I can't open mine up to see your version of it.
Yeah.
But you should be able to go and see all the characters you've created, all the character sheets, and then choose one to link it to the character sheet.
Yeah, and it says that. It does. Yeah. And I've hit it to Jane Griffin, Pulp, and
then above that, it should be, you should have a thing where, and sometimes it's a 3-dot thing where you click on it and you let the player can control this.
Yeah.
The player can see the aura. The player can see the stats, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, maybe Calix has got some ideas.
Yeah.
Without.
Hang on. Do you know what I'm going to do?
Here, let me try one thing.
Let me also change over.
I'm just opening up mine
Yeah,
to see the.
Sorry for all of the Janes.
Hey.
There we go. That one.
Yeah, so under general, you should be able to see 3 dots right across from general in the token.
Right.
You could have player permissions, check off see and edit.
Okay. All right.
Then under name, you should be able to, represents character. You hit the drop down box and you link it to that character. And then on token bars, you want to set it so that the players, so you have the green, the blue, the red. You want to set the little 3 dots again to give the players permission to see and edit.
Okay.
On each of those, and then you could save it at that point.
Show to players, and then edit. All right.
No, that's okay. I mean, we're all kind of.
Are you? Can you?
I'm able to drag. Who is it? Jane, or what's the name of the character?
It's Jane.
So I've got a controllable Jane on the screen, the one that's marked as Jane.
Oh yeah, that one is movable.
Okay. All right. So all right, I will get rid of the rest.
We got so many Janes on there. Goodbye, Jane. Goodbye, Jane. You go see Tarzan.
Jane's been playing with cloning.
Clone.
You will harness the very power of life.
Right on.
All right. My apologies for that. Okay, so we all can control our characters. That's our tokens. That's fabulous. So where are we at right now? They are at the down in the basement in the billiard room, and Hudson and Bran have come in. So Hudson and Bran, this is what Hudson and Bran look like.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
I'm hearing a lot of background noise, which is distracting a little bit.
Yeah, someone doing dishes or something like that? Because it sounds like you're doing dishes.
If you could go on mute, whoever is doing that would be fabulous.
And just remember to unmute when you want to talk.
Yes.
Look at these mustaches on these dudes. Oh, the big mustaches.
So Hudson is the older. Ulysses. Okay, Hudson and Bran. Ulysses is the younger man. He is a skilled investigative and journalist, and got into this by he's been a reporter for the Daily News, which was a newspaper founded by Charles Dickens. and had a reputable, if not entirely profitable, career. He took to the streets of London every day searching for stories that would gain his papers more readers than himself, more income. And while he didn't agree wholeheartedly with some of the paper's left-leaning values, he did recognize it as a force for good in terms of workers' rights, housing, and the rights of those without suffrage. His first experience with regards to the occult was on a cold November morning on the banks of the Thames at Limehouse. He found himself staring down at mud and wondering if he could turn back time and forget the sight that lay before him. 7 people, mostly men, but some women and children lying dead and partially submerged in the mud, yet they still move. Their lifeless eyes stared at him as if possibly they still perceived other forms. So that is the driving force of Ulysses Victor Brand, and he the other is, and I have to now bring that up. I thought I had it. Ulysses Brand. And then there was Albert Henry Hudson. Albert Henry Hudson was an energetic but aging Scottish captain in the 42nd Highland Regiment of foot. And his experience was encountering, I guess, supernatural, otherworldly events in dungeons and during his careers across the world, scarring him mentally for the rest of his life. In 1880, he cashed in his pension and resigned from the army, and he and Brand started up this lovely, this enterprising detective agency. So these two are the ones who have kind of reached out to try to see if you guys wanted to be hired. We talked a bit about how they were connected to you. And so they're going to try to test your skills, test out if they can, how interested you are in this work. So they're offering you a short a case, and where you will be paid a stipend for investigating. They sit you down and they explain. What happened was Brand received a telegram from an old school friend, a friend from school days, and asking for assistance. He himself can't take this job on because he has other issues he has to take care of, other cases he has to take care of. He has messaged back or telegraph back that he will be sending. He himself couldn't come, but he's sending other investigators. That's the reason for this. Let me show you the actual telegraph, and we'll get into what is being asked of you. I will show that to you. So, oops. This was the telegraph he received. He received a telegraph saying, request your attendance at 4B House. The Grove, infantile brain fever relapse could be fatal without your aid. Bring whatever assistance necessary. Please come soonest, Mrs. Harold Forby. He sits down and explains to you. So he's going to give you the background on it. Basically, he had a Forby is, right, let's try that again. Henry Forby is an old school chum of his, and he knows the wife. The wife is Gertrude Forby. Harry Bran remembers Harry as an affable chap who occasionally protected the investigator from the bullies at schools. So he feels a certain amount of he kind of owes him. So that's why he wants to try to help him as much as he can. He also informs you that the Forby comes from a line of relatively well-to-do family, a upper middle class family. Several generations back, I think for Harry's grandfather was a famous sculptor, artist, and made a good living from that, enough to be able to set up his family in relatively well-to-do ease. He does remember, the one thing he does remember was that when Harry was 12, while they were away at boarding school, he had contracted brain fever at about the time his father had passed away. And so he got a whole term off school. That's kind of one of the things he's triggered and remembers. He knows that the father died in some sort of shooting accident, but that's about as much information as he has. And the reason why that they're reaching out to him was because they kind of know about this enterprise he has, and they kind of loosely kept touch over the ages. Yeah, and so he's been able to kind of set out and ask you to help and visit the Forbys to see what assistance you can provide. And that's about as much he figures that you could, and it's part of the communication with Mrs. Forby. He explained he'll be sending you over. You'll be staying with the Forbys for a couple of days to try to see what assistance you can provide. Yeah, is there any questions from the investigators? I promised to give you more information, but I wanted to see if anything's so far.
We know the firearm.
Sorry, pardon?
The firearm incident happened. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just asking, do we know who has the brain fever?
So
is it one of their kids?
No, it's Harry himself has the brain fever. It seems to have, he had it back when he was 12, and it seems to have come back, and Mrs. Forby is asking for assistance. And,
cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't turn him into a zombie or anything.
And yeah. Yep.
The firearm incident, so we don't know much about that other than his dad died as a result.
Yes, that's all you know. A shooting incident.
And a shooting incident, okay. And this was when Harry was a child.
Yes.
Okay.
And about the same time he got his brain fever.
Okay.
So the sorry, snacking. Should not snack. My apologies. Took a bigger bite than I thought. So he kind of looks at you and realizes that and kind of explains the other thing he's trying to explain as well, is that although George Emily, and Jane come from a fairly would pass for would fit in with regards to that class you're going to. So looking at middle class, upper middle class, upper class. Honest John, you're probably not going to fit in and be as welcomed as the same level as Emily and George and Jane. So
Hurtful. There's the Human Rights Commission. I'm going to file a complaint for discrimination.
Classism.
So he suggests that perhaps one of the things that would be beneficial, though, is to have a servant who would be able to access the servant because, as he explains, George, Emily, and Jane, and Bellamy, we will get to you in a sec.
Okay.
wouldn't be able to kind of connect with that, with the kind of the servants, the working class. So actually having you kind of go in, and perhaps as they suggest, you being perhaps an assistant to George or to Jane or Emily. We can talk a bit more about that. Would be useful. Bellamy, you could probably fit, but I'm not quite sure with the parrot.
I could be just an eccentric rich person who has exotic animals around. There you go. I just travel a lot. A bit eccentric.
Yeah, exotic animals around me.
Well, it is possible that you won't be allowed to stay in the house with the parrot. However,
try telling that to the parrot.
We could eat it.
Don't worry.
It's
Mango and I will.
specimen.
pardon?
Well, if Jane's a zoologist, perhaps she could say that it's a rare, endangered specimen, that it's of the utmost, like it needs to be personally supervised, that, this is why, this is the carers here, that this is, we can't just leave it in the hands of anyone. This keeper knows particularly how to look after this very delicate creature. I don't know.
All right, man.
And we play on the whole, things were still being discovered in this time where animals and things, people did get very excited about new things. We just say it was exotic.
Okay, exotic.
Exactly. And rich people
like
of
exotic.
the upper class would have these exotic pets. So that actually is a status symbol.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And have you ever seen an exotic
Come over
bird
and pet the bird.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
It costs money.
So
That sounds rude. Come to my place and pet the bird.
Is that like a euphemism for something else?
Yeah. We're still talking about a parrot.
So the other interesting thing would be, but Bellamy, I'm still kind of a bit confused. Where do you see yourself in the class? In the class system?
So originally, Bellamy was very much working class because they used to work on a farm for a princess. But they ran off to be a pirate and did a lot of, stabby, steely. So now they've got quite a few bit of riches, and they tried to read up on stuff and learn about the world to make them come across as if they're a bit, higher class. So now they're technically middle class because they use their money to own some land and stuff. So they've worked their way up. They're a bit more, they fancy themselves as a bit middle class. They think they know the world quite well and they can pass for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fabulous. So we've kind of figured this out. I honest, John, I really would love to kind of say, but I actually think, and this is Hudson saying, honest, we do need it with what we've found is that it is extremely useful to have at least one person who can go about doing the investigations and doing their own kind of speaking to witnesses and speaking to people from kind of the servant or working class, because you will get very much different information than any of the from the middle and upper class. So Although
No problem, Governor. I will stick my nose in other things. I can actually pretend I can drive a carriage, I can be your groom, I can talk to the rest of the servants, if you will. No worries at all, Governor. In fact, I prefer that. Then I could take a look around the grounds and whatnot, and go into the stable and go to places that you fine fellas and ladies can't.
So the question is, who would you like to be the manservant for?
Ooh.
I'd rather be the groom and the carriage driver, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I don't have to go in the house and dress any of you lot, and I can just go
Be
and
proper.
eat in the kitchen with food's made, not have it get cold.
Okay, so we can have you as kind of a, because they do have a Hudson and Brown have their own kind of carriage and horse. So you could be the driver for them to get to the location. So that's great. So what I'm going to ask you guys, there's a couple of things I want to just kind of clarify. I know some of you have certain items in your possessions, more for the pre-gens than for George and Bellamy. So what I'm going to ask is take a few minutes, because basically what Hudson and Brown is saying is like, okay, go home, pack up, come back tomorrow morning, and we'll be able to kind of get you to the location. So during that time, think about what the things you may want to add to your possession that you think would help you in this case, but also that would be normally thought of for who you are and how you see your character to be. And add that to your character sheet, just because it's if you do think of something as like, oh, I really wish I would have, and I'm going to say, well, if you don't have it in your character sheet, then you're going to have to do a bit of luck to see if you can find that. Yeah. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that while I set it up. So as well, the other thing that Hudson kind of explains is that Gertrude Forby, so Mrs. Forby, kind of provided a little bit more information. She outlined that Harry's illness, Harry does suffer from gout, quite painful gout. So he has painful swelling of the joints and has fever. She apologizes for her forwardness in approaching the agency, but begs their attendance at the sick bed, stating that it's at her husband's request. So that's where that's the information with regards to the invite. I'm going to give you a bit of background about where you are at and where you're going to go. So when you arrive in the morning, this is just see, give you a sense of where we're at. Place party here. So, so this is London. This is where you're at now. And so this is Hudson. This is Soho. Sun Square, Soho. And this is where the Forbys live. So they live basically out in the kind of Chelsea, Kensington, relatively well-to-do area. As such, you will take a carriage and to help you there. So we figure, come around noon and you guys can head over and start your first case. Is there anything you need to ask or you have a curiosity or before we kind of start the next day?
Just for our characters, I think with our generation, we are adding a talent, right?
You should have a talent as part of your pre-gen.
Pre-gen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So Jane, your talent.
Oh, I have lore and night vision. Okay.
Yeah. So those are your talents. Yeah. And you also have an archetype. You're a hunter.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But no, that's a good point. And you can add your possessions. Yeah. Okay. And
How specific do you want the possessions?
So
right now I've got assorted herbs and chemicals, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm packing for, so
Yep.
I'm packing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would make sense. I wouldn't get too much into the specifics, because what I would say is, like, say you have like 10 different herbs and spices, herbs and stuff, and if you want to put something together, we can talk about, okay, so this would take three ingredients, so you'd have 3, but you'd have like another 7 left, kind of thing. So I'd say kind of like that kind of thing. So you don't have to be specific, but it'll probably be enough for what you're specifically looking, concocting, if need be.
Oh, okay. So I'll put some numbers down.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
I'm cheating. I just asked Google AI what my character was and the setting, and said, "Give me a list of possessions."
What did they say? That's what I'm curious.
Some good stuff, actually. Some really good stuff. Like, because I'm appearing as a groom and a carriageman, I have a Sunday best coat, a heavy dark overcoat to wear over my rougher mud-stained tosher clothes, right? So I don't look suspicious. Flat leather flat cap, a pocket watch, matches and tobacco, a whistle, a whip or driving crop, curry comb and brush, a lantern oil and flints, sturdy gloves, a crowbar, oilskins, sack and rope, and chalk for marking the safe routes on walls. And all those seem like, that makes sense. And a rucksack to put them in, and lockpicks, because I have the lock picking skill. And that's pretty much it. But
that makes sense.
Right on. Thank you, AI. Yeah. Make it easy for me.
So yeah, and a lot of that would be stored, like, so some of those things would be actually stored in the carriage, right? So like the grooming, horse grooming stuff, and your probably even the lantern would be things that you would kind of need to be able to drive the carriage if you have to drive.
I like to think of this as, remember my old character Joe with the limo?
Oh yeah,
boot of my limo. Yeah, no, sounds good.
Okay. And right. So what about Bellamy and George?
Well, I've got a black mask for disguising myself when I'm the pirate.
Okay. All right.
I've got parrot food in case Mango, has a tantrum. I've got some crackers,
Okay.
I've got my sword. I've got a torch to help me see.
Okay.
Like a wooden that you set fire to, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in the swamps I use that to see. I've got a telescope because I'm a pirate and pirates have those things.
Okay. All right.
And a compass for the same reason. And a rope in case I've got to tie someone up who, a bit of a rascal, tie him up, murder him, and stuff like matches to light my torch.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking so far. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And how about George?
George, what do I have? Okay. So, I have the clothes on my back, which are kind of Cool. Good secondhand clothes. Okay. So apart from the actual clothing that I do have a pocket watch.
Okay.
The silver pocket watch, saved a little bit of money for that. A little bit of things I've got. And so I have a notebook and a pencil because I like to I have to keep track of the bets anyway. I have pocket knife. So not like a Swiss Army knife, but one that's probably about 4 inches long. Always handy for, like just carrying around just in case. I forgot what else I had.
Okay.
And then I have matches and some cigarettes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
All
and and a few odds and sods, bits of string in my pocket, kind of thing. A couple of chips from the gambling houses.
Cool.
Yeah, kind of go light, try and pick things up on the way.
Okay.
Oh, as well as I have a gun. I do carry a gun.
Okay.
And I do know how to use it.
You do know how to use it. I have a gun and I know how to use it.
Pardon?
Okay. I said I have a gun and I know how to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have to stand up with those guys at times and do a bit of shooting practice. I have actually been, a witness in a duel. So silly buggers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all have your equipment, which is fabulous. You arrive the next day. It's a Friday. You arrive at noon. Honest John is given the and you would know how to drive a carriage. So you drive the carriage and you arrive at 4B House. So let me show you what 4B House looks like. So that's 4B House.
No, I wish John had volunteered to be our manservant. Well,
No, thank you. I'm nobody's butler.
I'm sure
they have staff for that.
Approaching the house, what you see is you can see the grounds. They're seriously overgrown for this area. You would expect to have a very kind of well manicured lawn, flowers planted, but it's not. That's not the case at all. And it is a very hot and sticky day. We are in August. And there has been a bit of a drought and a bit of a drought in London for the past month. And so it's very dry and very hot and sticky. And being proper gentle women and gentlemen and gentle people that you are, you will be properly, you'll have probably several layers of clothing on, so making things even much warmer than it should be. I'm
sorry, what month of the year is it again?
So it's August.
Okay.
Yeah. So you arrive and you receive a very polite greeting from Bates, who's the butler. And then after a brief introduction, Mrs. Gertrude Forby ushers you into the upstairs to their rooms so you can change and wash after your journey. So everyone except Honest John, right? Honest, they inform you that you actually will probably, you have an option of either, if you want, staying in the stables with the horse, or bunking with the they have some rooms area with the servants. There aren't as many servants as you would expect for this area. There's basically the butler, there is a maid, there is a housekeeper, and there is kind of a games, not a gameskeeper, but the person who would take care of the horses and the outdoors.
Groomsman?
The groomsman. Yes, thank you. There is also, you find out, Gertrude kind of explains that they do have a kind of a 9-year-old son who's outside. He's playing out in the garden, and but they take you, they bring you after you've kind of had a chance to freshen up. Will have afternoon tea in the library. So it will be Mr. Forbes, Harry Forbes, Gertrude Forbes, which is Mrs. Forbes, and Medler, John Medler. That is Gertrude's brother. So Harry's brother-in-law. And I'll kind of do a quick description of all three as you kind of enter into the library for tea. You will see Harry. Harry's he's a gentleman. He lives on the income from investments, and he's not a well man. You can see he physically suffering from gout, which is excruciatingly painful swelling of the joints of his left big toe and his right ankle, and that sometimes accompanies by fever. He walks with 2 canes, as he finds it extremely difficult to get around. Let me see if I can get you the faces. Sorry, I was hoping I could do that. Where are they?
Oh,
so
so
you can
melodic.
see who they are. NPCs. Harold. Let me show you. Oh, no, that's not his look. Why can't I see it? Okay. So Harry, and then we've got Gertrude. So Harry is about 30. Gertrude is his wife. She is a stout and attractive woman with dark hair, pale skin, and sad blue eyes, and a very sweet smile. Then there is John Medler, who is he's a cavalry officer, age about 27. He is dark-haired, blue-eyed as his sister. He is tall, broad-shouldered, handsome, and tan from extensive travels in foreign lands. He sports a fine mustache.
His name one more time?
John Medler.
John Medler, thank
Yeah.
you.
We've got a meddling John and an honest John.
That, I know,
Might be my long-lost half-brother.
Hey, maybe. So tea is served in the library with Harry, Gertrude, Medler, and all of you in attendance, even you, Honest John. Well, actually, we would say, Honest John, you might be downstairs, or you could be upstairs, maybe to the side, listening in on the conversation. George is out playing in the garden, and so Gertrude passes around bread, butter, and very weak tea. So you all have a rather, again, not what you would expect for a household of this, and in this area of this class. Certainly, Harry's kind of explains to you, well, and he's getting into this. He's painful, but he's, I can't. My constitution really doesn't allow me to get into the more kind of finer things in life, and the way I look at it is, if I have to suffer, then hey, why should everybody else have a chance to enjoy it? So I make sure everybody kind of, we should. I'm looking for support in my malaises, and he kind of chuckles a bit at that joke that he finds funny, but maybe the rest of them don't, because everybody else has to basically eat the same diet he has. The entire household has to basically follow his diet as well. But as you can see, as he's talking, it's clear that his eyes are bright with fever and his cheeks are flushed. And he says the following: let me enlighten you as to the particulars of the situation. As you can tell, I'm not doing very well, and we've just come back from a sojourn in Italy. But I want to be able to get my family home back into some kind of state that befits someone of my status. The family, there is a family legend that my great-grandfather, Nicholas Forby, hid a great treasure with this house, in this house or on these grounds. It's supposed to be an emerald the size of a hen's egg, and despite my searches, and I have looked, not just myself, but my father have looked for this family treasure. We've been unable to locate this prize, and it's taken a lot from us and from certainly my father to find this treasure, and we really do want to be able to find it. And at this point, Meddler kind of interjects and says, "You should tell them about the ghost." And at this point, a dead silence falls by everybody here. You can tell by the reaction that this is not a subject they want to talk about. Harry shivers, and Gertrude glares at her brother. Do you any of you say anything further to this?
I realize that this is a delicate issue, but I too have seen a ghost, and I would love to hear more if you're comfortable sharing. Please.
Meddler goes on and says, "Well, this is a ghost. It's a local legend. A green-furred man or phantom who's supposed to have killed Harry's grandfather. He purportedly stalks this place. Perhaps he guards the treasure. Oh, I don't, any bit of information, but all we know is that this green phantom is malign, as those who see him are doomed to death." At this point, Gertrude and looks at her brother and firmly turns the subject back to the family treasure. "Please, Harry, please go on." Harry goes on to say, "You see, he left a clue. His portrait, which hangs over the mantelpiece just there," and he points across the library. "If you should choose to look closely, you will note that he holds a greenish object. And I believe, and we all believe, my father believed, I believe it's the emerald. So I'm asking you, considering how I'm feeling and to help me bring my family fortunes back up to the status it deserves, to help find this treasure. I ask that you take this challenge and find this gem for me. My ill health precludes further investigations into the matter. So I ask you.
So,
yeah.
Sorry, Mister, but did I miss?
Mister?
But how did you manage to lose an emerald the size of a chicken's egg?
Well, again,
that must take some doing.
that is often the mystery. This is something that goes back to my great grandfather, and
oh my god,
I believe my grandfather, and I believe he hid this. He was not well at the time, and I believe he hid this. And we have a rather large, as you can see, it's a rather large house, and the grounds are rather large, and but unfortunately, there's been no clues. Every place I've looked, certainly we've looked at all the usual places and queried the servants who are, my father had certainly queried the servants about that, and we just.
So, is she thinking that this ghost took it and stole it? Kind of like, or
with that, he just kind of pales, even more paler than he is now, and just says, That's not what I'm thinking. I'm just asking you. There's no indication of that, and I just want to know if you would at least spend the next couple of days.
Do you
think
it's possible that a bit of a cove was pretending to be wee ghosty and nicked your chicken egg?
Certainly there's been no indication that that there something I did see something, but it's not at all. There was nothing here that was disturbed inside the house.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
The image that the clue that they were pointing to on the mantle,
yes.
It's a painting?
Yes. Let me show that to you. Hang on. Sorry. I had it here. There it is. There it is.
I'm taking snapshots of any of the pictures that come up, so if anyone on the group wants them, let me know. I have them saved in a folder.
There we go. Do you see it? No, you don't. I need to show it to you. Sorry.
Not now.
There we go. Okay. Show everyone. So,
wow. Not a happy family portrait. Jesus.
So he points.
I wouldn't be trusting the bloke in the back there.
So that was my father.
Like the uncles you get creeped out by.
Yeah.
Harry points to the man sitting and says, well, that was my grandfather, Nicholas.
Yikes.
Nicholas Forby, and the person standing beside him was his trusted butler. And yes, that's why we believe that picture indicates there was a huge emerald, I believe, in the family, and we are searching. We would. That is what we're searching for at this time. That is the fortune, and I am hopeful that with people who have skills and have knowledge about searching these things, you'll be able to help us and be successful. That's what I believe, and what I've asked, and certainly what Hudson has indicated. You are more than adequately skilled at to assist us in this. And
What's the name of the servant again? What was his name?
The servant's name. It is. This is the source. Oh yes, stands his butler Veins. Veins. Yes.
Veins.
Now, did you guys want to go up and take a look at it a bit closer?
Yep. You said treasure. I'm in.
Yeah.
You said treasure. Pirates on it.
Okay.
I would like to ask this. Oh, yeah, I'll let them do their search first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to use the spot hidden if I may.
Yeah.
I think all of us would.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh. Right. What can we say?
Jeez.
Oh, damn.
Damn, Emily. That was good. So there's Bellamy. That
Just obsessed with the green gem. I'm like, whoa, damn.
Right, honest, John.
Make sure you guys mark off if you have a success or not on the little dot by your skill.
Yeah. So what you see is the portrait. George.
Wow.
How
did I fail?
The painting above the mantelpiece depicts Nicholas Forby sitting on a desk next to the window. He is small, dark, twisted figure with pain-filled eyes and a white, drawn hatchet face adorned with a goatee. He sits at his desk, an open folio before him. In one hand, he holds a green stone the size of an egg, which may be an emerald, but his hand conceals much of it. At Nicholas' shoulder stands his butler, Veins, a shadowy figure with a flat, sullen, faithful, pallid face. The painter has signed himself Christopher Lehman. You'll note as well, the portrait has a heavy gilded frame, evidently cast by Nicholas Forby, for its surface has a remarkable cracked patina. Scratched on the back of the frame in Nicholas's hand is the line, the Titan's fire and the gleaming shield shall show the way. So I'll say that again. The Titan's fire and the gleaming shield shall show the way.
On the seashore.
So the what I'm going to say that how about if people want to do an occult or knowledge roll?
Mm-hmm. Occult or knowledge? Okay. Would that be intelligence?
Knowledge. Let me
That
just.
went down education, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Education.
Oh, let's do that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, geez. You've got an education of 87, but you're
I've traveled a lot. I've seen a lot of things. I read a lot.
Yeah, that
School of Hard Knocks, baby.
That's actually fabulous. So suggest the riddle referring to Titan's fire means Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods to give to humanity.
And the bird ate his ribs, or whatever it was. Liver? The bird ate his liver, yes.
Yeah, and in fact, so what I'm going to say is that, Bellamy, you read this line out loud and you comment out loud about this, and then Gertrude kind of says, who stole fire from it, that actually she triggers something in when you say that, and she says that's odd. For some reason I remember reading somewhere in some papers about the fire in the hearth in Vane's old room, and she points out that Vane is actually the butler, the old butler, and she said there was some kind of lore that said that that this hearth in Vane's old room depicts Prometheus. And in fact, she says it's actually that George's bedroom. So George is the son. That's his bedroom. Is Vane's old room, and so the hearth in there has depicts Prometheus. Yeah. So at this point, Harry complains of a severe headache. He's just, he just like, this is all too much. The talk about the ghosts and these things. He before he goes though, he says, and he looks at each and every one of you and say, are you agreeing to help me to find the family treasure? And what do you guys respond?
Absolutely.
As you wish.
We shall attend to that endeavor as best as possible.
Okay. So he then leaves Gertrude and Bates, who's the butler, help him up and back to his bedroom. Medler remains, and is there any do you kind of continues the conversation. He is he says about Harry's his nerves are frayed. As you can tell, old Harry, his nerves are fairly frayed. He certainly hasn't. These recent events haven't been at all helpful in his health, in his mental health. Basically, what happened is someone, we believe someone was sneaking around the house a couple of nights ago, and both Bates and Harry, after seeing this, kind of decided to stay up one night. And again, I don't know why Harry thought he could physically handle that, but they decided to lay an ambush for this prowler. Again, thinking that somebody here, you had it spot on, George. They thought that somebody was here to steal the treasure. But as soon as they were ready to kind of to pounce upon the intruder, Harry just fainted right away and was babbling on afterwards about green man, and the tension was just too much for him. Yeah, so that's yeah. Do you guys have any questions for him?
I do. I'm wondering what became of Vane's.
Well, Vane's would have that picture would have been happening probably in about 60 years ago. So Vane passed away. Probably, I'd say, I don't know exactly when, but my understanding is Vane's passed away. Probably soon after Nicholas passed away.
So continued to serve the family. There was no rupture in relationship that we were aware of.
No, there was not. No, Nicholas, my understanding is Nicholas spoke about him, regarded him fondly.
Secret lovers. Oh, sorry. What did I say that out loud? But I'm sorry. That picture looks like secret old guy, old bear lovers. Out of
That's why I love playing with you all.
Yeah, that's what Honest John is like. They look a little cozy in that picture.
So, oh great, I collapsed that. Hang on, I need to bring this back. I'm sorry. Because there's still some more information.
You just need to let us know if this is going to be secretly a goop jade egg.
A goop?
Because then we'll have to look in very different places.
No. I'm not.
Because you can keep it.
Actually, no. We'll let Bellamy go looking for the jade egg if it's a
Hello.
goop egg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I have a feeling they would specialize in that endeavor, yes.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
So so Gertrude comes back. Do you ask Gertrude any questions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So because I remember that the Titan's fire refers to like what was his name? Not Perseus, the other one.
Prometheus?
Thank you, yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Yep. The gleaming shield, does that refer to Perseus? Gertrude, do you think, dear?
I honestly don't know. All I know is that is the I actually didn't didn't see the inscription you saw, and I thank you for pointing that out. But and the only thing I know is that like I say, there is a there is on the hearth in my son's room has a depiction of Prometheus there. So yes.
Would it be possible for us to see that room?
Certainly. Perhaps not right away. I think but certainly we'll make sure you have access to the rooms. Is there, and I do apologize for Harry's turn in health. He's not really, it seems that, it seems that event that happened a couple of nights ago worsened his already poor health. And, we did contact the Dr. Jeffries, who's our family physician, came in and examined, and he actually suggested reaching out and to try to get to hire help to look into the mystery, perhaps in the hopes that we would be able to put Harry's health at mental health at some ease. So we'd really appreciate if you could stay a few days and search for the emerald. And I do thank you for agreeing to do so. And we hope that Harry can find some peace one way or the other. If you find it, that's great, and if not, then at the very least we know that all's been done that can be done.
And we can go anywhere in the house?
Certainly. In fact,
no restrictions?
No, there's no restrictions. Of course, I will inform the servants of such. You can also have free reign of the building, the grounds as well. Like I say, most of the investigation has kind of centered in on the house, but we do have several outbuildings as well. Does anybody want to do a psychology roll on Gertrude?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All of us.
Certainly.
Jesus.
I will do that too.
I've only got 10, but yes.
Give it a go.
Hell yeah.
No
Hell no.
Ray, you're looking at that. You're looking at that picture. You are so focused in on that emerald, you don't have a clue. And oh my God, who's Emily? You're totally distracted as well.
It's the parrot.
Well, I was having some thoughts about a private conversation that I'd like to have with Bellamy in the very near future. then we can get to that when we're in private.
Okay. All right. So Jane but George. So everybody's failed except George.
Yeah, of course.
Come on, George.
George.
Yeah. George is good at this kind of stuff.
George. Oh yeah, everybody failed except George. George, you can just tell that Gertrude is at her wit's end, and about what's going on with her husband, probably the state of just everything in the household, and she's desperate for all your help. So yeah, so
she's liking us.
She's
not her wit's end because we might find something.
No. It's not that. No. This is not about a fear in her. She is just so preoccupied with her husband's health, and the things, and his obsession about this
chicken egg.
Yeah, it's got that's what it is, and yeah,
it must be worth a lot of dosh, All right, okay.
So God, I keep forgetting names. I keep thinking that this is why I do the work. This is why I want to do this, is so that I can start using my brain.
Don't start something now. Brain using.
John Medler. Medler offers to give you a brief tour of the house, just to give you the layout, and then from there. But do you take him up on his offer for the house?
Hell yeah!
Before Gertrude goes, she wants to know if any of you are armed.
I have my trusty sword.
I mean, that's subjective, isn't it?
Well, it's more. It's more. She wants to know about whether any of you are carrying guns, specifically guns.
I have no guns
because
we're civilized.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is England. We're civilized. Do you have any? No.
And that.
Do you have any hunting guns on the premises?
No. My husband has a horror of guns since his father's death, and so that's why we want to make sure no one here has any any guns. If you do, I will have to confiscate them. And Medler comes up and says, yes, that is definitely a no-go here. The concern here is if he sees a gun, he might go in. He might what? Might go mad.
He might very well snap.
He might very well snap. But you all assure her none of you have guns or brought in guns, and so she's satisfied with that. Harry, sorry.
I will say I do have a gun, but I'm not mentioning it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's under my clothes. If her husband starts going through my under things to find my gun, there's bigger problems.
Hell yeah.
I have a gun and he's not coming anywhere near my under things.
I've got it. Happy to see me.
All right. So let me just.
He might take after his grandfather.
Didn't answer.
Sorry. Say that again.
He might just take after his grandfather.
True.
And go after George.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
George has the best hair of all of us.
He's a bit.
Going after George. Yeah,
But he's a bit old for me.
Sugar daddy. You want to go off in the world?
So
unless you have daddy issues,
still
George.
Be firm.
Do you have daddy issues? That would work.
Quick question. We might get this as we're going around on our tour.
Yeah.
So we've got Harry, who's the patriarch of the family. We've got wife Gertrude. We've got Gertrude's brother John Medler.
Yep.
We've got the butler Bates, and they have a son. Is this right?
Yes,
Harry
George.
and Gertrude.
Yeah,
George is the son. Okay.
George is the son.
And he's around 12.
He's age 9.
Age 9. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's his room that the hearth is in.
Yeah. There are 4 servants. And Gertrude would be telling you this. So they have the butler and housekeeper. So the butler is Robert Bates, and Mrs. Betty Bates is the cook and housekeeper. They have a young maid of all work, Constance Connie Jones. She's actually 14 years old, which, although, like I say, sounds very young. However, it's good Bates is just a butler and not a master. Oh my God, that's where your mind goes.
Yep. Used to bait. Okay.
Okay, and then there's an odd job man. He's old Fred. Old Fred. He's principally the gardener and stable hand. And both again, you would all know that probably this is not a large. This is quite odd for such a large house in this location. Again, just to kind of give you a bit of background, and George certainly would know this, and all of you would probably know this. Again, knowing a little bit about London, the Grove. So the Forby House is called in an area called the Grove, and it's located off Old Brompton Road in the Kensington and Chelsea borough. God, of West London, southwest of the South Kensington Museum. It's a residential street in a wealthy area of townhouses and large villas, on land that was built up from the 1840s that used to be nurseries and market gardens. Forby House predates this period and stands isolated in substantial grounds. Famous neighbours living nearby include Jenny Lind, the opera singer, W.S. Gilbert, the lyrist. To the east is the eye-shaped ellipsis of the Bolton, with St. Mary's Church, the pupil of that eye. To the west is Brompton Cemetery, while to the north is Gloucester Road Station. To the south is the meaner, poorer terraced housing around Fulham Road. So that just gives you a bit of background with regards to the neighborhood. Let me see if I can give you show you a picture of the location. The house interior. Where are we? The grounds. Nope. I thought there was. There we go. Here it is. I'll show it to you. So this is the area. Forbes. So we're in this area, right? Oops. Sorry. So you're here, basically in this location. So this is where the Forbes place is. This area right there. This is where the church is. And yeah, I think there's the cemetery here. So that's kind of this is kind of the neighborhood. The actual, so we will give you a quick overview of the house. Medler is going to just give you a quick intro, and I will show you the house. And he kind of quickly kind of puts you through the area. So the ground floor is the kind of there's the sitting room, the dining room, the entry hall. The servants area tend to be in these areas here. Oh, I can't do it. Sorry. And then he kind of points you. Then upstairs is actually. I'm going to show this to you because you're going to probably need to. You'll know the information. You'll know it from
the house tour.
The house tour. So there we go. So you've got the kind of the family areas, the family and the guest rooms are upstairs in the upper floor. The library is where you met, and you have like the master bedroom, the George's bedroom. So George's bedroom is here. I can't click on that. And then you have, and then downstairs is the servants' quarters, the kitchen, the butler's pantry, linen storage area, and stuff like that. So it kind of gives you a rough tour. Certainly, you will have more time to investigate each and every one of those houses, those rooms further out. He then walks you out outside to kind of show you a bit of the grounds. And I'll show you that as well. Forby House grounds. Show players. There we go. And that is the back. So the main house is the front area. And the larger one here, you then have the back. He talks about some part of the land was partitioned off and sold, but that's basically the area. Again, open for further investigation when you decide kind of what your next moves are. So both. Medler states he has an appointment and has to go into town. Do any of you have any questions, or do you want? I can talk a bit more about the house a little bit more. It's a large, mostly overgrown ground surrounded by a low stone wall, shielded by a bank. Planted with laurel bushes. The interior of the house employs gas jets for lighting in the principal rooms and oil lamps in all others, such as the bedrooms. There's no telephone. The house is older than its facade. If you want to do a history check, we can give you a little bit more information on that. The hall, sitting room, dining room, and library are all decorated with Nicholas Forby's designs, with press-molded ceilings of white painted lead, all displaying entree designs of satyrs, foliage, face, grotesques, and ram skulls. Most of these have deteriorated over the decades, and the decay of the flaking paint has uncannily emphasized their grotesque nature. The heavy iron firebacks at the rear of each fireplace are Nicholas Forby's design too, depicting characters from mythology, such as Medusas, Prometheus, and Aphrodite.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So my question, before we take a break, because it's getting to 5:45 at my time, did you want to decide what you want to do for the kind of how you want to approach investigating, deciding kind of where you want to go next? By this time, so you would have arrived around 4. You had a tea. This would have kind of dinner would have been later in the evening, probably more like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So you probably have a couple of hours. There are, you can decide how you want to, how you want to spend, say, between now and dinner time.
I kind of want to look at the fireplaces with the medieval figures on them.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, the ones
That
in
was-
George's room in particular.
That one definitely. But the other
So
ones as well. Because
you're all coming in and raid my room then, are you?
Wrong
of,
George.
little George.
I claimed it. I claimed it.
No. You don't have. You've got another bedroom. The George's bedroom is the son's bedroom.
Yeah, I want to see the hearth there and the other fireplaces because you mentioned Medusa and Perseus and stuff.
Yep.
I want to investigate.
I want to just make in my notebook any notes of mythological figures that we're seeing and where they are located.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Honest John will avail himself to go out to the outhouses and the yards and the grounds and start sussing around for secret tunnels and blah 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 and all these outhouses and secret hiding places and suss that out and even take a wander around the part of the property that was sold to whoever.
Look for signs of people walking about as well, John, my good man, because we've had a ghost about. So if you see any footprints or anything, then that proves that the ghost isn't a ghost. And it's actually walking about.
I'm curious about Georgie boy is curious because he's used to seeing young men of this kind of class that all them secret passages. So I think I'm going to go down to the kitchens and have a chat. See if I can find some kind of chatty little girl of all works or some feisty young boy to kind of give me an overview. They usually have a good idea of what's going on in these houses.
Okay. Don't be breaking any hearts now, George.
Not just yet, anyway. Give me a day or two.
Okay, so let's just say, so what we'll do is we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll start with kind of, it sounds like, and you guys can let me know if I am wrong, but it sounds like Honest John wants to go out and do the kind of investigating the grounds and the outer buildings, getting a sense of the layout. It sounds like Jane, Emily, and Bellamy want to do maybe a couple of the rooms to check them out, specifically starting with the son's, young George's bedroom. And then it sounds like George is going to go down and talk to the servants and have a chat with them. So does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So let's take a 5 or 10 minute break, and then we'll come back in about let's say we come back on the hour. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Thank you. How are you guys feeling so far?
Fun.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you in 10.
There you go.
Excellent. Thank you.
And thank you to our, if anybody is watching. I think I'm streaming. Yes, I am. We will see you all in 10 minutes. Here we are. We're back. Da 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 da. So, my understanding, is everybody here? I think Calix is...
I'm not here.
Oh,
no,
Calix is here. All right.
No, I'm not.
Ooh, what is it? Oh, my Lord. RPG Alliance. Vixter.
There you go.
Calling the call.
I'm just gonna spend some of my stuff.
That's okay. So, all right. So, who would like to go first? What I'm thinking about is, let's go. I was thinking about doing the outside first, or I guess, yeah. Yes, let's do the outside first. Just because we can. I only have to deal with one person at a time. So we'll do Honest John, then George, and then we'll do the threes. But I'll make sure that it'll be about 10 minutes each. So that'll give everybody a good time, a good amount of time. I'll give the three of you a little bit more time, so you all have equal time. So let's see if I can bring in the outside map. This is going to be interesting. I was trying to figure this out, and I am going to
just so you know, I've gone out to the carriage, and from the carriage boot or whatever, I'm grabbing my rope, I'm grabbing all my stuff, I'm grabbing my lantern, I'm grabbing my crowbar, I'm going to be grabbing all of my stuff.
Okay, so
I need to take anything apart. Find me that emerald.
Oh, I love it. You guys think you're all just going to be able to find it in 2 hours? These families have been watching it for like 20, 30 years. But anyway.
You don't got 8 kids to feed, man. I am motivated.
All right.
They don't have our disorganization.
So we have, let me describe to you the grounds. The grounds of Forby House, as you will see, occupy a rocky knoll that rises somewhat above the surrounding streets, sloping up to the west, where the Forby Mausoleum is. So the Forby Mausoleum is back here. You see it? That's your Forby Mausoleum.
That explains why they're all so depressed looking.
It stands the Forby Mausoleum stands at the highest point, approximately 20 feet above street level. Near this is an ice house. So this is the ice house. Which is sunk into the side of the mausoleum hill. Access to both the ice house and the mausoleum is via a gate. The slope up to the museum, the house is dense with evergreen shrubbery of laurel and rhododendron plants, which have been allowed to grow out of control for decades. Small paths thread through this thicket, creating a natural maze. The other person, and then what we have here, so this is the Forby house, so this is the house itself.
Mm-hmm.
The workshop, this is Forby's workshop. So basically what happened is as Medler is leaving, he's kind of pointing these out to you, Honest John. This is the garden shed.
You want me to put labels on this?
Yeah, I mean, I could. Yeah, why don't you do that? The problem is I can't. I can't show different things unless it depends on how well you can investigate. And this is the stables and carriage house. So that's the garden shed is here, and that is old Fred's accommodation. So. As you're going about coming out, you meet up with. Hang on. You meet up with young George, who's been playing.
Oh God, creepy child.
he comes
Killer.
He comes up to you and says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Good day, young lord. My name's John. You can call me Honest John. I'm here with folks that have come up to help your family out. And I'm just taking a good look around your beautiful estate.
Well, this is all my backyard. This is my playground. I've been playing in this backyard all along, and love to know that back then they didn't have ticks, so they didn't have to worry about those things. Sorry.
Right, you are governor. This is your kingdom. Would you mind showing me about then, Lord George?
Yeah, like, see all these small paths? That's me. I want to do a maze. I'm doing this as a maze. So,
right, you are quite clever.
And so I can get in and out without anybody seeing me.
That's awfully clever, young lord. Show you about.
What would you like to see? There's the fountains over here. Hang on, let me get rid of this. There's the fountains over here, and we got like rose garden. There's a gazebo there. And yeah, and like, what else do you want to see? What are you looking for?
Well, it seems your father is looking for some kind of hidden treasure, and you look like you're the young gentleman that could help me find that for your dear father.
I don't know about treasure, and he's like starts picking at stuff, but I know there's lots of cool things in the underground and under all that stuff. Like, there's some really interesting things. I found a couple of like what do you call them? They're just like, they're like humans, but they're not, and they're shaped like humans. But I guess Mom says the great grandfather Nicholas made those things, but they're just all over. They're kind of like all over underneath.
Gnomes, gnomes from the gardens.
Statues. That's it. Statues.
Are they wee gnomes? I've seen them.
No. They're not gnomes. They're not small. They're big. They're really big.
Oh. Well, show me those. Those sounds fascinating.
Okay. All right. So he's going to show you. He says he's found most of them. And he kind of starts to kind of go through he takes you through there's this gate here and steps up to it. So he kind of takes you through, and he starts to show you some of these. So some of these are kind of overgrown, but and what I'm going to do is get you to okay, so yeah, you don't have to because you've convinced him to help you. So right here is a statue of Apollo. And then over here is a statue of Laocoon. So you wouldn't really know these things probably because Greek mythology is probably not your expertise. But what you see is statues hidden in extremely dense shrubbery. There's probably about, let me take a look. You probably are able to find, with George's help, where's the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, I've got a notebook, and even though I'm not the best reader and writer, I'll do quick little sketches with the highlights of each statue so I can show the others, and hopefully they'll be in some kind of, stereotypical pose or wings or whatever the statues have. so that when I show it to my colleagues,
so you've got
easily identified.
Yeah, and you can see that. So
I'll
you've
do
got
a map. I'll do a map, just
Okay.
like you've shown us,
Yeah.
of the property, and I'll start marking off each of the statues that
Yeah.
young
So
Lord George is
you
showing me.
like Diana the Huntress has a greyhound, so you'd have like somebody, you'd have this kind of, and these are they've kind of they're overgrown. They have
Ivy all over them.
Yeah, they've got ivy. They're metal. They're not stone but they're cast metal. You've got like one of them is playing a lyra, and that's Apollo. You've got Cupid, so you've got a winged youth. You've got one with snakes in their hair, which would be Medusa. So there's about, like I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You know what Honest John will do?
Yeah.
He'll go up to Lord George and goes, "These are magnificent, young lord. Who are they? What are they?
Well,
explain. Give me some history. You look incredibly intelligent and would know who all these figures are and could enlighten me, young lord."
Okay. So that's a great idea, because he would know a lot of these things, and he would have created his own stories around these things, because he would have been not only seen these here, but he would have seen representation of this throughout the house. Because like I say, there's Nicholas Forby did a lot of metal work and was an artist. So a lot of these representatives. So he says, basically there is Diana the Huntress. There's Hydra, who's got a dragon. He says, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Tell me about the stories that your father or whoever told you. I'm fascinated. These are magnificent. And he'll try to work the kid to tell Honest John each of the legends, so that Honest John can be kind of educated. And to be quite honest about Honest John, he is intrigued by this, because he wouldn't have had this as part of his streetwise, self-raised orphan knowledge. And so it's like getting a comic book for the first time. The stories that young George is telling him are just making Honest John's imagination come alive.
Yeah. Now the
with
other
stories he's never been exposed to, right? So it's awesome.
Yeah,
he's really enjoying this.
But the other thing too is that these statutes are actually in fairly bad nick, right? They've not only have they fallen and toppled over and have overgrown garden is on top of it. There's decay. Some of them have broken off. So Demeter's arms have fallen off. Medusa's face is missing. So, but he gets into telling you these stories about each and every one of these. There's Ares armed with spear and wrathful. He says that's the god of war, I'm told. And he says, and then Apollo, and then Achilles. He was a great warrior. And then he says, Pan, who's kind of, goat legs and playing his pipes, but his favorite is Hydra the dragon with many heads, because he's like, this is dragons he's into. And he kind of mixes although he knows the origin of these various Greek mythology, he incorporates his own kind of imagination and storytelling into it, like I say, dragons and all these other things. So he kind of takes you around that area. Let me just see.
And Honest John, slip him a little candy, a pocket mint that he carries around for his kids.
Sure. And because he starts sucking on
hard candy, a humbug hard candy.
Yes. So
you guys know what humbugs are, right?
I'm also going to get you to do a spot hidden.
Okay.
And hang on. Let's see. Because George is helping you. Okay.
I roll with a bonus?
No, you don't. It just means the level's different. Okay. What you have to reach.
Good lad. Sucking that humbug. So tell me when you want me to go.
Yeah, spot hidden.
Shit. Whoa.
Hold on. Holy smokes! Why, God? Why?
You're trying to open the humbug.
Oh, the kid chokes on the humbug.
You're now
and they
going to have to watch out for the humbums.
Oh, man.
I was thinking that you got a little too close to the Cupid statue and got the arrow in your butt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time I got something up my butt.
Well, anyway, you basically stumble and crack your head against one of the. You almost get your eye taken out by Cupid's arrow. How's that?
I like the butt idea better than the eye.
Oh God. Okay, so
actually, I can play up the butt idea way more role playing if you don't mind.
That's fine. You can. Yeah, you can do the butt.
Oh my arms.
So you spend he spends about 15-20 minutes kind of pointing out the various things to you. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go to George.
Thank you.
George wants
Big
to go.
George. What's your George?
George wants to
Chubby
go.
George or cute George?
Big George, little George.
Big George. Big George. George.
Big George. Okay, Big George here.
George.
What am I up
to? Okay, you say you wanted to go to talk to the servants. So let me see if I can take us there. Oh crap, that's on. Let me just take that out. Dynamic. Can I take the dynamic? Sorry, I'm trying to take the dynamic lighting off of this one. Dynamic lighting. That should. Okay. So unfortunately, I can't give you names because I haven't figured out how to gradually undo each one of those. But let's just say you have, we do have a picture of the actual, hang on, the Forby House interior. This one. Okay, so that kind of tells you where the different rooms are. So you're going to go down and to the kitchen, and talk to the various characters. So we've got, this is the kitchen. And then pantry, butler's pantry, linen, scullery, storage closets. So let's just say that in the, let me take the information for those up. That's interesting. Beyond the Grays. Nope. They don't actually go into that. That's interesting. The kitchen, scullery, and pantry, plus access to the cellar, a flight of stairs. So here lies the kitchen, pantry, scullery, butler's pantry, and sundry rooms. There's Mr. and Mrs. Bates' accommodation, which is actually more here.
Right, which one are you looking at?
So that'll be.
Oh, there.
That's the location of the accommodations. The kitchen and scullery is in this area. And then along the main servants' corridors are toilet and various storage closets. So there's not really a lot of descriptions, but you do get to speak to, you do kind of bump into a couple of the servants.
Okay.
Let me see what they might have to say to you. It's interesting. I thought there'd be more information.
So I'm going to go into the actual kitcheny bit where
Okay.
usually the cooking and stuff. People would be in there prepping for dinner.
Yep. Trying to see what information these people might be able to give you. I might have to. That's interesting. All right. Okay. So what are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for maybe I don't know, Mrs. Betty Bates, or who's the butler, or who's the canny little kid or girl who kind of does a lot of the
So that
work
would
around the
be.
house.
So that would be. Let me bring her character up here. So it's Connie.
Okay,
So
Connie McGirl.
Connie will look at you and say, and so again, what this is that she's not used to seeing someone of below stairs who isn't
As handsome as me.
as handsome as you, or she's going to curtsy when she sees you and says, "How may I help, sir?"
Hi, Connie. Oh, no. Hello, Connie. Do you know who I am?
You're here to help the master investigate something. I don't exactly know. They don't really tell me things here, sir. I just know you're a guest, and if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Oh, you're a modest little thing, aren't you, Connie? Hey, let's go in. Let's go get a cup of tea. You wouldn't begrudge me a cup of tea? I'm not one of those toffs, you know. Come on through. I know who you are, Connie. You know way more about what's happening in this house than you're letting on. But that's okay. That's between you and me. That's what I expect. I've hung out in a few of these kitchens in my life. I know what goes on.
All
Come
right.
on, come sit down.
I'm going to get you to roll. Let me see. Let's see if you actually know any member of her family.
Okay. What would I roll for that?
Let me take a look. Let's see, because I would say that she's not going to be opening up to you because you are dressed really fine. You aren't.
I'm not dressed fine.
You're dressed finer than any servant.
Well, I am, but I'm not dressed. She'll be able to tell the difference that I'm not a toff. All right. So there's two things you can. So you've got two types of talents. One's a gain a bonus die to charm rolls, and one's sharp-witted, able to collect facts. Okay. So what I'm going to suggest is if you want to roll a charm, or if you want to roll I think education would probably be. See, I would say luck or education, to see if you know her at all. I would say intelligence, but I think it's more likely to be education as per knowledge, or your luck. So, for my luck.
So you get to choose. You get to choose three. You can choose one of three things. You can try to charm her, and you've got a talent that allows you to do a bonus die. You could try education to see if you know a member of her family, or luck to see maybe you might know a member of her family. So,
all right, let's try the charm with a bonus die.
If you're going to do a charm, I'm going to set the difficulty again. Given the fact that you are older, you are a different class, and I'm going to set the difficulty at a hard success for a charm.
Cheeky. And what would you do for education?
Well, for educate, I would just do a regular success for those, either education or luck.
Okay, let's try education first to see whether I know any of her family.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Go.
All right. So not only do you know her family, her older brother has had actually, her older brother was actually somebody you recognize her. She looks like one of the guys you made connections with to take some of the toffs around to illegal prize fightings. So he had connections. So you know him fairly well. You know, let's call him Robert. Let's call him Bobby. Bobby.
Okay.
So you know Bobby. That's her brother.
Okay.
So you figured that out. Now you play it and tell me how you deal with it.
Okay. So come on, Connie. Hey, Connie, my lass, there's no need to be worried. I'm not one of them Joves that comes down here chatting up, sweet talking the gals to get my evil ways. I know Bobby. You know your brother Bobby. Him and I have worked a few times together. Yeah, I know Bobby. I first met him when we were throwing dice in the back of the alleyway when we were kids. Yeah, so I'm a good guy. I'm a good person here, so come sit down and have a cup of tea with me.
Well, she kind of, okay, so she hears the word Bobby and she's like, okay. She's feeling a bit more comfortable with dealing with opening up with you, realizing, because Bobby would have spoken about you as well. And she looks and she says, Are you George Twait? Sorry, I can't do it without laughing. Are you George?
What?
You George Twat. I'm George. Georgie from the butcher's shop. Sometimes George. You got a bit of pig foot and a bit of chops because I sent you home because your brother's too good at the dice. He used to win bits of stuff from me and I'd steal it from my dad. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen Bobby in a month or so. How's he doing?
He's doing okay, actually. He brought some. He must have had a run of luck because he brought some. She brought Mom a nice charm bracelet and gave Dad a nice bottle of whiskey. So whatever he's doing well.
Sure he didn't pinch it.
No, he didn't. He swore he wouldn't give Mom and Dad bad off the lorry. Well, not off the lorry, off the wagon goods. So yeah, no, he's doing good.
Yeah. Good for him. I should hunt him down. I have some work I think I could send his way. What you doing in here? How did you get in this gig? Do they treat you good?
Treat me okay. They're an odd bunch, I'll say that much. They there's Mr. Forby's a bit he's not feeling well, and he's just been. I've only kind of started here. They brought me in when they came back to the house about a month or two ago, and so we've been trying to keep things up and get things back to ship shape. But it's they don't. I think there's a reason why they just hired me, because this place needs like at least another 4 or 5. And I don't know, but they pay okay. I mean, they got me on when I didn't have a lot of experience, so I'm happy about that. But they are a strange bunch. They're a very strange bunch. The other night, that was just, yeah.
Right. I mean, they're not just like rich folks are all like odd ducks that something happened.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Well. The master went out with old Fred. No, not with old Fred. With oh God, what's the guy's name? Sorry. Let me get him. The butler. The butler did it. Yeah, Bates. And
Always the butler.
It's the butler. and they were off to do they were trying to stop somebody. They thought somebody was kind of prowling the ground. So I don't know, but it's just strange. But and then he just had this turn, and he just kind of, but I was up there kind of when I brought up the breakfast the next morning. He kept going on about the Green Man. I don't know. He was just babbling. I don't know what he was babbling about. And and I'm telling you, that meddler.
Was it like some Irish geezer or something wandering around?
No. He kept talking about ghosts. Come to
Maybe
haunt.
it was an Irish ghost. Can't trust them. Can't trust them Irish.
And
however, I haven't seen many green around London for a while. So
and I don't trust that meddler. I'll tell you that much. I don't trust that meddler. It's hard to keep up cleaning up after him. He comes in at odd hours. He's off whenever. And I'm telling you.
What's he up to?
I don't know, but he's out and about because I saw mud on his sheets. And I had that is hard to get out of somebody's sheets,
But it's like wearing his boots in bed?
No, I don't think so. But whatever it was messy. Well, messy
you think
enough.
He's like out with the gaming tables or something worse?
Well, it's not mud from gaming tables. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Hearing about this. Have you heard about this chicken egg?
Oh,
Big
yes.
Green emerald chicken egg they got going on around here?
They talk about that. We hear that. They talk about it all the time. Yes.
Do you think it's real?
She shrugs and she's like, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
But all I know is they've been looking for that thing before I was born. So I doubt that it actually is anything worth it. So I'm going to stop there.
It'll be a lot of old humbug.
So I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to switch to Bellamy, Jane, and Emily. And we're going to go upstairs. Oops. Let me see if I can show you the room. I can't show you this. I'm sorry. But let's go up. So you guys where did you want to go?
The kids' room. To the hearth.
Okay.
Yeah.
The hearth.
Yeah, George's room.
Okay.
That's the one.
So we are going to go to George's room. Let me just bring that. Okay. So George's bedroom. All right. I'll show you the artwork for George's bedroom. There's George's bedroom.
Oh.
It's got stained glass.
Well, yes. Stained glass. Stained glass. So that's George's bedroom. So as you can tell, there's a lot there. George isn't there right now, of course. He's out entertaining. But there's stained glass. There's this beautiful stained glass here. Oh, I can't see that to your right. Right, let's go down. So it contains George's bed and dressing cabinets and several chests of toys, as well as a large and well-worn rocking horse that moves by itself thanks to vibrations. So as you walk around, near it, it starts to rock back and forth, but you notice it's a squeaky board in the corner, in the center of the room. And as you know, this was once Vane's room when he attended on Nicholas Farby. But times change, and at some point it was repurposed as a child's room. Yeah. So it's looking closely. So, sorry, it's small chambers, the only bedroom that directly overlooks the garden. Through two windows, one of which is a stained glass depiction of Perseus holding up a mirrored shield. George, The wooden floor has a large, well-worn rug tacked down along the sides to protect the floor from George's antics. Okay, the molded metal fireback depicts the Titan Prometheus descending with a burning torch from Mount Olympus. Looking closely at the stained glass, investigators can notice that the glass of the shield is thicker than the rest and somewhat rounded like a lens.
Oh, I knew it! I knew Perseus would be in this. I knew it.
So the question is, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. If you want to do a spot hidden, and tell me what your results are. Now, do any of you have? The other thing is, don't forget to check your talents to see if there's anything that it might give you.
Oh shit!
All right.
Great. Wait, no, there's something we can do, surely.
Oh, I know what I'd like to do with my talents, but that'll wait till later.
Ooh, ominous! Ominous!
No, it's not ominous. It's more time-consuming. I've got weird science, so I'd like to make a emerald finding device. Because I'm sure I can make one.
Sick. That would be sick.
Well, that's interesting. We'll talk about that. You may not have time for that.
Well, I was thinking later this evening after everybody retires to their rooms. Speaking of which, I kind of noticed that there's only 3 guest rooms, which kind of, and there's kind of a lot of us, so I'll just declare the one in the middle, and everybody else can share.
Well, I mean, there is. Is there not another guest room? I know that what we can do is. Oh yeah, that's right.
No one will sleep with the servants in the servants' quarters downstairs.
And George can also probably sleep down in the servants' rooms as well.
Oh, well, if George is relocating, I'll take his room.
No, I meant the other George.
George,
Twig.
Sorry.
Big George. Senior George.
I didn't think he was that old.
Bigger than this little squirt.
So we had Ray and Andrea. Did you want to do one, Emily? For a spot hidden?
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that.
Look at that.
Jesus.
Thank goodness. Finally.
Okay. Well,
I was I was going to concentrate on, but now that I've seen the stained glass window, I'm kind of thinking that with the whole Prometheus thing, fire, and maybe that might be sunlight in this case. So I'm kind of like really looking at the stained glass window because I think that might be. Sorry, what was the verbiage on that? Yeah, the gleaming shield part. Perseus gleaming shield in the stained glass.
Okay.
So I think there might be a connection there. So what do I see?
So, okay. So as you look out that mirror, the round mirror, the shield, you look out and you can see Honest John and Small George investigating various locations in the backyard. So it oversees that back where all those kind of hidden statues are. You may be able to see who has a spyglass.
Oh, I've got a telescope. Yeah.
Yep. So you hand
chuck it to you.
you hand the telescope over because you're like, what the heck is going on back there? And as you see George and Honest John kind of rooting around, you can see them peeling back the old overgrown shrubberies, and you can see that the you know what it is. They're obviously statutes in various states of decay, and you can see there's a pattern to it. But the interesting thing is that if you look through this thing, it's looking in an area in which they're not at, and they haven't necessarily been looking at. So that's one thing. But the other thing with your extreme success, as you look around the rest of the room, you also see that that rug, there's an odd outline in that rug. The way you were looking at it and the way the sun was coming in, maybe even sun coming in through the stained glass, something catches your eye and you realize that there's something underneath that rug. So it's up to you to decide whether you're going to take.
Oh, I'm seriously going to unpin the Come on now. This all but screams trapdoor.
Yeah. Right. So, what you actually see is it's a trapdoor. You're right, and it's a trapdoor to what would be called a priest hole.
Oh, cool.
So, and it's a. I'll go into a little bit of description of it. And you don't really know, like you haven't really. This is the kind of just the exploration you're doing, and you're seeing this. So you see that, and you would know. Priest holes they date from the time of the Reformation, when Catholic priests and spies were hidden and sheltered by sympathetic and wealthy families. The priest hole access is via a secret door in the floor. It occupies a small space between the bedchamber floor and the sitting room below, and is extremely cramped. Basically large enough for one person and filthy with dust. Okay. Well, if they found the door, there's no obvious way to open it, short of using a saw or hammer to break through. Okay. So you can't open it yet. So you'll need to figure out. Okay. I'm going to ask you, the three of you, each to do a luck roll.
Oh. Okay. Bam. Woo!
Okay.
Ooh. Just about. Oh, wow. Damn.
Apparently I'm good with extremes today.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Hell yes.
No. Shit. Oh, Jake said.
Jane stumbles across and breaks a little knocks over a little toy soldier. George has kind of done a bit of played with toy soldiers and have set up basically a small battle, and you basically stumbled and knock everything over. So there's no way you're going to be.
No.
There's no way you're going to be able to hide this from that kid. And in fact, he comes in and he starts yelling at you guys. But but we'll leave that for later. However, that extreme success, what happened is, so you're looking around, you see there's this thing, but there's no way to open it. So as you're kind of trying to see, maybe there's something by the fireplace that you could open it. You then go in and you start poking around, and you accidentally twist one of the fire irons in the fireplace, and you hear a click sound from behind, and one of the broad floorboards under the rug pops up noticeably. So at that point, George comes in, and he's just outraged. He just has a fit. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is my room. What have you done? You're destroying everything. And what is that? What is that? Who are you people? Get out. Get out. What do you guys say? This kid is going to have a full-on meltdown.
I'm with the kid though, aren't I?
No, you're still downstairs. You're still out in the back. I'll get back to you later. He's come up because he's bored with you, and he's come up.
That's hurtful.
It's a child. Tell me how many.
I got 8 children, man. Children love me. I play Star Wars with them all the time. What are you talking about? There's no way that kid's bored with me.
Anyway, but anyway, he's really pissed that you guys are here, and he's just outraged. He's outraged by the fact that you're in his room. He doesn't want you in his room. He never wanted you in his room. He's pissed about that. He's outraged by the fact that Jane has knocked over his he spent days creating this battle, and you've just destroyed it all. And he's outraged that you've pulled up the rug and you found this secret passage.
Charm offensive. Distract the kid. Quick.
We're just doing a little investigation. So how about after we're done looking, we'll put the rug back down, and I will personally help you reset your battle, and I will play the opposing side.
All right.
Does that help?
Yeah. There you are, good sir. Oh, that's what I say to the kid. I'm like, there you are, good sir. Then you can show this silly lady for knocking over your stuff around your room, and you can show her how a real battle works with all these figures. I'm sure a clever lad like yourself knows how battles work. Surely, tell us all about it.
All right. So, let's see how well Emily does on a. Okay, are you trying to charm or fast talk him?
Ooh, I was hoping for persuade, but
Well, persuade. Okay. All right, I'll let you do persuade. It's not. I think because you weren't trying to charm him. You weren't like flattering him or anything like that. You weren't lying to him. Yeah, let's go with persuade. I'll let you do a persuade.
One with your extremes.
Yay!
Go on with the extremes.
I totally suck at both fast talk and charm.
Hey, hot success. That's good.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Emily, you tell me how you persuaded. What did you say to George to persuade him?
Oh, well, I was going to say that we're going to put your room back together once we're done, and Jesus. I will help you set up your soldiers again, and I'll play the opposing side.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, but I go first, right?
Of course you go first. That's how it works, isn't it?
And I get to stay here and see you guys open that door, right?
If we can open it, I mean, let's see if we can.
Can I help?
Don't you want to know what's
Can I help?
There?
Yes. No, I want.
Absolutely. Well, we got that floorboard to pop up, so do you want to see if you can move it a little bit more?
And we're going to end it at that. So we've got. Sorry, it's a 3-hour session. We go from 4 to 7. This has been fabulous. So here is where we're at, and here's where we will pick up. we have the three of you finding the priest hole and doing an investigation. We have, you will get more information. We have George being able to actually get into the good graces of Connie, and she has more stuff to tell you. And we have Honest John outside. Honest John still has to do a little bit more investigation because there's still more things to do, and he still has to find and meet up with old Fred. And this has been great. This has been fabulous. And I hope if that's okay with you all, I'll be able to put things a little bit better. I'm going to work on these maps to try to get there's information down at the map level that I want to bring up. And we'll do that next time. So thank you. So to Twitch stream, thank you all for showing up. I do appreciate it. And we are not playing in June. We decided that last time. We are playing again in July. Marie, it's May. We are playing on, we did talk about, what was the date we talked about?
July 18th?
I think so. Yeah, July 18th.
Saturday.
So we will go straight in. And we will go each again. We'll start with Honest John, and get a little bit more information. We'll spend like 15 minutes on each, and then we'll give you guys a good half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we'll go into dinner with the family. How does that sound for all of you?
Yeah,
It's good.
All right.
Sounds great, but I do have a request.
Yep.
I'd like some